It's awful dark, isn't it? The moon's shining. Some light. But it's reflected light. You're probably wondering why we're looking at this, what we're looking at. And I guess I must tell you it's because most of you, all you do is just pass a test. And you're not ready to come out into the light. From the time that you're a young child, you're taught to pass the test. You're actually a victim of pass the test, and so is your family's history of your family and mankind, mostly. And how they get you to pass the test is and to control you and to control everything is very simple. Say you're a father or a mother and you have a little child and you look at him and he's looking at you and you hold up this ball and you throw this ball and you say, ball, and you throw the ball and he looks at you and he says, or she, it could be a girl too. I love little girls. They're just precious little things. Children are just so precious. Anyway, and they say ball. And you get so excited. And oh boy, he said ball, Mama. He said ball. Daddy, yeah, he said ball. And the little child is just getting, oh, wow, man, I'm happy. Oh, I said ball, you know. The next thing you know, the parent or brother or sister is holding up a ball and says, red ball. Red ball, Johnny, or whatever his name is. And he says, or she says, red ball. And it just gets excited again. He passed the test, you understand? He was given a parameter. He repeated the answer, and he passed the test, and he received gratuity. And his gratuity was emotional praise from his family, the ones that love him and take care of him, the one he depends on. Now he gets a little older and he gets into the first grade, and how does he pass and how does he progress? Everything they teach him, he has given a set of parameters, and he has to pass a test to be able to advance. No one ever asks if that information is real or not. And in the beginning, when you're learning your ABCs and your 1, 2, 3s, that's okay. Everybody needs to know that. But then when you get later on and you try to get a doctorate or some kind of degree or whatever, or you're an independent thinker, a very intelligent person, and you come up with some ideas that, hey, these facts don't fit. This is wrong. And then the establishment, though, that has passed the test and requires you to pass the test in their definition of how they want it, you don't get advanced. If you go against the norm, they attack you. And so most people don't go against the norm. They just accept the lies. I'm not saying everything's a lie. I'm just saying, there's a lot of lies. Remember John F. Kennedy? He said, the idea of secret societies is repugnant to mankind. Secret societies are secret because they're bad. You understand? Anything that has to remain a secret, it ain't good for you, or it wouldn't have to be kept a secret. I'm not talking about secrets for to keep yourself safe or something like that. I'm talking about secrets about things that they want to control. And they want to control you. They don't want you thinking. They don't want you communicating. Now that you know about passing the test, I want to talk about something that's really important. Recent events. This school shooting. You have a boy that's reported a school shooter several times, evidently. Police know it. This is just a theory. The police chief, boy, he's tied in with the Democratic Party down there pretty big. You know what I'm saying? He's a big Democratic activist. So the people, the deep state, they get a hold of him and they get a hold of some of his officers that they've got some dirty stuff on, possibly. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why these officers didn't go in that building. You're supposed to go toward the guns when you're a police officer. Your children, your family members are counting on that, and that's what you swear you're going to do. It ain't like an army. You're the first one there. You have got to try to protect those people. You have one guy's there, the shooting's going on. He stands down, he calls a whole bunch of other people. They still stand down. They don't go in, the shooting's going on. Now, listen, this is where the fake news, and what I want to know is, how did the shooter get out of that building? How did he get out, walk to a hamburger place, eat a hamburger, walking home when they arrested him, and he's dazed and confused? Doesn't really understand. And then they say he's got a confession. Well, you got a boy that's dazed and confused on medications. He's come out of a school. They're telling him that he killed a bunch of people. Now, maybe he did, but does he remember? This boy is a perfect patsy set up by CIA, the deep state, for another one of their false flags. They didn't go in. The reason they didn't want to have to say, oh, I saw the shooter. If they didn't see the shooter, they can't recognize him as the shooter. How do they know he's the shooter? From a testimony, from people that were watching this guy shooting shells. But you have other people, other children, that say there's more than one shooter. You understand? And then you got this hero boy, young man, that throws himself in front of the shooter. Evidently, it must have been him involved somehow. I don't know how he got out of the building. And then when he goes to tell his story, CNN says, no, you have to read the script. He won't read the script because he's a young patriot, a young man that does more than just pass the test. He is a true hero. And CNN, the Communist News Network, the Clinton News Network, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. I call it communist, national socialism. They want to direct a narrative for their agenda. That's what fake news is. So, now how did he get out? Go eat a hamburger and walk it home and don't even know what's going on, and doesn't flee, doesn't anything, just pick him up. And the sheriff, you school children out there, you need to be marching on that sheriff's office by the thousands. Demand an investigation into him and find out how much money he's got, where it come from, and what his ties are to the Democratic Party down there. Because you have to remember that the Democrats now, they're not Democrats anymore. They're led by a bunch of National Socialist communists. So if you call yourself a Democrat and say, hey man, I don't want to be called a Democrat no more. I want to be called an American. Let's have an American party. Let's quit passing the test. We don't have to have just two parties, people. Let's have an American party with good people. People that don't have the agenda. My agenda would be, right now, say, let's hire these vets that can't get jobs. Give them the help they need to be able to deal with their mental issues, if they have any, from coming back from those terrible situations. And give them a job, because I think they'll sit there and they'll go to the guns and they'll help and they'll protect our children and change this soft target into a hard target. Now, that's not going to protect everything. They'll do these deep state, they'll move into something else. They'll move into hospitals. They'll move into wherever they got to go to keep this chaos going. And you have to remember, the reason is the CIA has become the biggest drug smuggler in the world. During the Obama administration, the opium of opium went up 1,400% coming in out of Afghanistan. Now, we need a president that's going in there and carpet bombing them opium fields is what we need. And we need dogs and a special team checking all the planes and every transport that comes in and out of that country to make sure that they're not moving any more of it. So, anyway, that's my suggestions in 10-minute pass the test. Now, you want to come out of this dark and find out what's really going on? I'm going to tell you if I don't get pulled from this first video. I don't know what YouTube allows. I really don't care. My first one is going to carry the truth, and my last one's going to carry the truth. And if I have to post it on a different channel in a different way, I'm going to post what needs to be found out. Might change titles, I don't know. Whatever I have to do to get the truth out there, I'm going to do. There are a few people out there that are trying to get the truth out there. They're getting misled a little bit because they're trying to get monetized and make money out of this thing, and I don't want no money, people. I just want you to do more than just pass the test. I want you to ask questions. How did that shooter get out of that building? I just want to, I have trouble with that. With officers on the scene, hearing gunshots, and how did he get out of the building? Good day.
And I just have one other thing I want to add. Initially, there were videos coming out, and you saw the police officers coming into the classrooms. And you know what they were saying? They weren't saying anything about how are you, how can we help you, is anybody hurt? All they said was, where are your phones? Where are your phones? Give us your phones now. They were only concerned about their telephones. They don't want the truth getting out because they was afraid somebody was going to record it on a phone that was going to be against what they want their story to be. Do more than pass the test, ladies and gentlemen. Look at it. Why would they want, the first thing they say, are you hurt? Do you need some? No. Assistance? No. Where's your phones? We got to have your phones. Give us your phones now. They search everybody. They get all the telephones. Because they get all the evidence that they can make the story up how they want it. Wake up, America. Good day.